What's up guys, TheMerryGamer here, and welcome back to the JSano Fan Server. I really admit, I actually am enjoying this build a lot now. I started getting some more materials, and I'll show you what we've been up to. So as you can see, there's something new around the entrance. I've actually done a tiny bit of the entranceway down for the bottom, because we need to start getting ready to elevate to the next level. There's actually 3 tiers to this. This is the first tier, then there's technically the next one's the second tier, but I always call it the mid tier because there's nothing really much on it. And then we have the final tier, which where all the other tunnels and private tunnels will be. But anyway, here is the good old area that I have worked on, and not a screenshot. So I'll get over here and I'll turn around and hold on a second. Let me just go video settings. No, let's close this for a second. There we go. The frame rates will be back now. And there we go. So this is what I have done. So this is the center. So it's a bit hard to imagine what this is. So this is the bottom floor. So you'll come down, where are we? The blue side. Here we go. Okay, so I'll explain a bit of this. So this is all linked. This all links up together. So this is where the staircases will go, and the pattern will continue up their way. I don't think so. It continues this one. It continues the top one, so it will be a bit different. But so the staircase will go up here, and then here it wraps and goes up again to the next level. But on this level, it goes out a tiny bit, which will have the same doorway, which is down here, right here, and then it also bridges across over to there where the portal is. So there's a big portal here, and then it kind of arches out towards the ceiling as well, so it connects to the ceiling. So this is like the main focal point. This is the center of the whole hub, and this guy sends a big message, and everything rotates around him, especially the roof. It's really hard to explain how the roof rotates with him, but you'll see as we go along. So this episode, what I want to do is I want to do a cutaway soon, and I'm going to do all this stuff that's needed here for now. Then I'll return to you guys, show you that stuff, and then we'll probably do another cut, and I will link that to this, practically, because we're getting to the point where we're almost at the maximum height that we can go until we need to start digging again. I need to start looking at digging. I don't overly want to, unfortunately, but it's something that I do need to look into. There might be, like, there's still a lot of detail that we still need to do down here. There's still some extra stuff down in the corners that we need to do that make it so it's not 100% finished. But yeah, this episode, I want to get a big bulk of it done. So this one is going to be, I'm actually recording this little segment that you guys are seeing here relatively early in the week. I'm actually recording this on the day that the last episode, so episode, what, 22 or something, got released. So it's given me a whole week to work on all this stuff, because I'm definitely going to need a lot of time to work on all this stuff. Hopefully I can get this side done today. I'll probably do like a side a day or something like that. But yes, so I'm going to go do all these little areas here. Then I will be back with you guys in a second. Okie dokie guys, welcome back. Ah, man. I hate this game so much sometimes. Last night was the most infuriating moment in Minecraft that I can think of, and it's when, like, you're working so hard and then all of a sudden something happens and then just completely screws everything up, and then you get so infuriated by the game that you just give up. And that explains last night. Like, today's Friday, so this happened on Thursday. Oh, sorry, I'm wrong. Sorry, that was Friday. Today's Saturday. God, I'm getting my days all mixed up. And yeah, a lot of things happened. I've done a lot to the hub, but I've also begun doing this. So as you can see, we're in a big empty area at the moment, and we are at actually the top of where the hub will be, and I've started digging out the area that's needed. So from this point to there, so we can just see the wall, that is 50 blocks, and to that wall it's 50, and to that wall it is 50. Wait, what? Hold on a second. Someone's actually come up here and dug some, I think. Yeah, someone's actually come up here and dug some, I think. Yes, what happened last night, I was over here, and I know someone's been up here and done it, because they've stopped what killed me. Somewhere over here, lava came out, and this was really infuriating, because what happens when I dig, like, I dig at a really fast speed going sideways, which is really good because it's 5 blocks reach, which means I have enough time to react. So what happens when I was digging, I thought someone was behind me there, so when I was digging, one of these blocks up here revealed a lava source block, so I was like, okay, lava source. Normally I back up a tiny bit and place some blocks here to catch the lava. Now, when I backed up, it hadn't moved, and all of a sudden, when I turned to move, I was submerged in lava. And I know lava moves very quickly in the nether. It moves very quickly, actually. But it literally had lunged probably about 7 blocks up to its maximum distance by the time it got to me. So it was infuriating because it was there, then all of a sudden I moved. It was almost as if what I was seeing on my side was a delayed tick version of the server. Obviously, maybe there was some delayed ticks, and what I was seeing wasn't what the server was actually doing, and I was just getting a delayed response. And by the time I was turned, I was already submerged in it because, yeah. So I lost everything. This is all that was. This is not. I actually have to go get that. This is all that I was left. My chestplate and my sword. I lost my 2 work picks. I lost everything. I lost my bow. Lost my axe. Lost my shovel. I lost everything. All diamond. You know, and it's hard when stuff like that happens. It annoys me sometimes because you know, it's a game, shit happens and that. But you know, I'm working on this on my own. I'm running out of diamonds. Enchanting takes a lot of time because I'm not using grinders and skelly farms and all that sort of stuff. So it takes me a long time to get the stuff I need. And yeah, so it's a bit annoying when stuff like that happens. I'll come in here and show you this. This side isn't too bad. It's actually quite open. I just need to encase it and kind of like dig down practically. I've kind of calculated, it doesn't calculate for all air pockets, but say if this whole area was solid, it's around 270,000 blocks that I need to get out. Because it's usually 100 by 100, then I think times by 27, which is like 270,000, something like that. I think that's roughly about right. But I'll come down here. So this is the area that we need to dig out for the new part of the hub. But the areas that I said I was going to do is done, and we're going to do another cut in eventually after I do a bit of talking. But this is what I've done. So the walls here are all done, and now this kind of gives you guys an idea of what the design is. Ignore those 2 netherrack blocks right there. I need 2 emerald blocks, but emeralds, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of, so I can't exactly replace them at the moment. So this is how this is how the hub looks. So we'll walk over here, and this area here we have some nice little designs in front of here, and that links up into like a balcony system that goes over this, which actually holds some gardens as well for the top layer. So when you come up here, this is what links to this. So as I said in the past, the portal is here, and you're probably wondering, okay, if the portal's there, you got bridges that go across. But what are these 2 doorways? English. So the bottom doorway, that one goes to the wings. So there will be 4 wings, and this is a bit different. These wings aren't at different elevations. Like last season, how I had different elevated discs or rooms, however you want to say they are. This time I have not done that, due to the fact of how much work there would have to be to do that. So I can't have them elevated up, like go up and then have a new room, because then it will interfere with the top level. And if I have it down, that means then one side would have to go down and then another side would have to go further down. And each area I need to give enough room for one of these. So that's 8 blocks plus what? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you got 5 for the floor, plus roof, 6. You know, you're looking at giving enough room for 14 blocks. So you would have to go 14 blocks down, and then you would have to go another 14 blocks down. So eventually you'd be like 28 blocks, 30 blocks down on 2 sides, and it's a lot to do. Originally I was thinking of doing like spiral staircases, and that's what I originally planned. But by the time I built all the spiral staircases and got to the point where I was going to build the rooms, the wings, I was just like, it just seems too boxy, it ruins the feel. So the way I've done it is I've just done long corridors out this way, and the tunnels can go only that way and that way, so they won't go in that direction, which does mean that they can collide with each wing, which can cause an issue, which I'm thinking I might build these at separate lengths, maybe to stop that, so that might be an easier way. and then they can actually cut off these guys. But since these things are important locations on the server and in the world, they're actually going to be shorter coordinates, so they're actually going to be closer in. Like some might be around like here, some might be maybe 10 blocks out, you know, something like that from the doorway. So it's not too bad in that case. But anyway, the way this works is that, as I said, like the wings are down there, then up here we'll go, each one of these will go to an enchanting and brewing area. So there'll be 4 enchanting and brewing areas as well in the hub, so it gives you enough, so you don't have to go all the way to one side or all the way to the middle or all the way to another room. Everything's on every wing. Everything you need is where you can be practically. And then of course this leads up to the top layer, which is where the other portals are, which everyone's portals will be. So as you can see, there is still a lot to do. So I'm hoping this episode, by the end of this episode, I can get the bridges connected to this and maybe get this finished. It's not too much left to do. This is the only bit of glass in the hub, I believe. There was areas where I had a huge amount of glass in. I used them as like corner details. That's before I kind of designed these guys. I kind of had like stone brick and like acacia wood running up the side. Then I had cobble walls going in the corners, and then I also had like pane glass, like coloured glass, but it was just too probably too aggressive on the eyes. I guess it was just too much, I guess, because the colours can be, some of the colours are a bit fluorescent, like the yellow and the lime, they're definitely very fluorescent, so it kind of was a bit annoying, but yeah, I believe that's the only bit of the glass, and I kind of designed these to look like an emerald. So that was kind of, I did it by mistake over here when I was doing the green side once, and I did the pattern and I was like, why don't I replicate that and make it with every single colour? And so, yeah, I decided just to add a bit of glass because it's always good to add a bit of a variety. And it breaks the 2 floor patterns, because as you can see, this floor pattern goes this way, but then it changes a tiny bit this way, because as you can see, the diagonal's going this way. But I believe if you actually walk this line, see where this dark oak line is coming? This actually links with this guy, which then links with this area up here. But then when you hit here, that's when it diverts a different angle. So you have all these different angles and different ways how the particle tree works. But that is practically all I need to talk about. Like, again, a lot of things are going on. As you guys can see, I'm getting a lot of progress done with the hub as well. And it's not actually taking me too much time to do it. It's actually taking me very little time to do it as well. It's taking me probably takes me about 30 minutes per side, so it doesn't take long at all. Since I've built it before, it's not exactly hard to build it. All I have to do is look at a reference point in a creative world, and I'm practically set to go. And after building one of them, I don't need a world because I practically memorized the pattern. So yeah, I'm going to do a little cutaway here, maybe get the top area all dug out and sorted. I will have to get all tools and armor and everything again, which could take me a day or could take me several. I don't know how long. It depends on how many levels I can get. I'll probably have to go like caving or something. And then I'll try and link the bridge here and try and get the final platform, because this is where the portal is, but this actually comes out a tiny bit and it has its own disc as well, kind of similar to this shape, but I think it's a bit smaller than like that shape where you see like the quartz. But yeah, that's going to be it for this little bit, and I will see you guys with some more progress, so catch you guys in a second. Okie dokie guys, welcome back, and once again, I am back to some digging, and this familiar sound once again is probably getting on my nerves a tiny bit. So yeah, I've finished downstairs, and I'll go to show you that to you guys just in a second, but I also want to show you guys up top, and up top is gonna get dangerous, it's gonna get tedious, and very, very time consuming. So let's get onto this ladder here. So as you can see, I have marked out the entire, this is like a pane to walk across. I can get across this way though, I think, if I go like this and then that. See, ghasts can spawn in here and down here, unfortunately. But the way I'm going to work is I'm going to dig downwards in quarters. So I've split it up into 4 quarters. This is the first quarter that I've decided to take on, because I thought this one would be the most solid. Down below on these 2 sides are very hollow. And the reason why I started recording, I was actually going to try and dig out as much as I can and start recording a bit later. But there's a few things going here, like you've got staircases here. I think this side has Edge of Matthew's staircase. I think one of the other sides, there it is there, that's Keegan's ladder. The top of these portals, like probably about 10 blocks above the wall, the top of the roof of the hub. So he predicted that pretty good, and so did whatchamacallit, Matt as well. Sorry about that. But then I realized when I was digging this outer rim here, it is, oh, where was it? Ah, here it is. It is not as solid as I thought it was. It is very, very hollow as well. So this is going to get very dangerous and very hard to build very quickly, actually. I think the one key thing is when I start running out of room, I'll need to build up the walls as high as I'm matching to these ones, so then I make sure nothing can fly in and surprise me and jump me. I don't mind if things spawn in here, because the ghast, if it spawns over there, I had literally one spawn over there when I went and killed him, then another one spawned in here. If it spawns over there, it doesn't bother me, because one, it can't see me anymore now because I'm below this level. They'll see me when I was digging this top level, but it can't see me now, and it can't fly over here because it's only 2 blocks, so we're completely safe from over there. It's only in here when they kind of fire, they can destroy the walls a tiny bit because it's only 1 thick, but it's not too hard to kill and to kind of take control. But anyway, I will go downstairs and I will show off what we've done. I kind of don't want to show it off too much without giving away too much, so I'll keep my head down a bit. So as you can see, I've kind of laid a few things down, and it is very, very much complete. Downstairs in this main area is probably about 90%, 85% done. So let's go to our favorite color corner, which is blue, and we'll look from this corner over here onto the center, which is right here. So this is how the center of the hub looks. And we need to dig out all this. I calculated though how much all this is. It's I think I mentioned it before early on. If it was all solid, it would be 270,000 blocks. But obviously it's not all solid, so that could be an easy 207 minus probably maybe up to 100,000. It could be or more, because there are some very big hollow areas. So yes. So last time in the little clip, I'm recording this on Tuesday, and as you guys saw, I'm literally recording this before my thermofluids exam. I have an exam earlier today, but I'm up at like 6 AM to do some study, so I thought to record a small little bit and show off the finishing bit, because I spent about maybe 20 minutes digging, and then I was like, yeah, you know, I'm not going to really bother. But yeah, so as you guys saw from last bit, all this bit was done, and we needed to do this, and this is the bridge across, which goes into this bit, which is where the portal is. It's a 4-sided portal. It's no fancy shaped portal like last time. It is just a very straightforward box type of portal, but it has a very fancy frame around it, and it actually gets very unique. In here we actually will have fire as well, and it does not light. Where you see those glowstone bits up there, I actually wanted fire in those as well, but it's too close to the wood. Because literally the floorboard is like on this, like where you see the middle of the crosshair, it's like on that level there or something. It's at the bottom of, it's like in line with the bottom of those stairs there. So very close to the fire, and it always lit. So I kind of couldn't have them there and had to put glowstone blocks instead. But yeah, so this area is practically done. The only things left in this area to do is the gardens. We need to do the gardens. Obviously the wings and the enchanting and brewing area on each side, but they're technically something separate to the main bottom floor. But as in what's left in the bottom floor is, as I said, the gardens. We need to finish obviously all this, but this connects into the top part and everything like that. We also have, as you know, there's these little things here. There's actually these little bits of details, kind of like structural supports. And this area over here, from like this corner to this corner, each one of them kind of comes out a tiny bit and curves around, kind of like follows a curve, and it kind of is like a balcony and an extension of the walkway up top, so it's much more wider, kind of similar to how wide that one is, I guess. I actually haven't checked if it's actually the same. I think it is shorter than that by a few blocks. But yes, so that's how that does, and they're kind of like structural supported things which match the colours, a bit of glowstone in there, and a bit of unique little angles and designs, I guess, in there. The thing that I really like about this though is actually the underside of all this. it's actually a double layer. So the top layer is all this, and then on the underside you actually have another set of layered of blocks, which I really liked of this. And this is the pattern that I came up with. So you have glowstone and then a stone block, and she follows that pattern. And I use trapdoors and everything like that, and a bit of spruce. Spruce is used quite a bit in this build, actually, similar to the town hall. Spruce, I think, is the most used wood. Probably follow. It's the two middle colors. Spruce and oak are the two that are used the most, because birch is the end of the light, and that dark oak is the end of the dark. So the two middle ones are obviously the ones that are going to be used the most. But yeah, so this turned out really nicely. I really enjoyed this. I kind of feel like I want to put a few more of these in, similar to how I got this in each corner. I might put some like here or something, but I want them at different heights again, to vary. But yeah, then in here we've got a bit of detail in here. There's actually supposed to be a chandelier that comes down here. It's done with stone, cobblestone walls that come down, and it kind of goes out. I think it has one in the middle, then it goes out like 1, 2, 3, 4, like in each direction. It's nothing fancy. I might even change that to see if I can do some sort of glass one. I never actually attempted it, but I'm now thinking I could do a glass one. But this is literally all the glass. Like, all the glass that you see is practically all that's used in the hub. There is a tiny bit more glass used in the center. In here, more black glass, because black I chose as the neutral color, similar to how I chose diamonds as the neutral valuable block in here. So yeah, that's all this area. So that's really going to be it for this episode. Our next episode, I think, is going to be a very big digging episode. I've got, as you guys can see, I've been working through a lot of work picks. I've actually spent most of the time in between this little segment and the last one, when I was on, actually enchanting, getting all the enchants I need, and I now have 5 work picks. So I have 5, literally, Mary's work pick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I literally have 5 of those efficiency 4s, unbreaking 3 picks, and I'm already in my 3rd one. And yeah, it's going to take ages to dig all this out. So I think next episode might be a digging episode where nothing much is going to happen. It's going to be a very progress sort of one. Hopefully during that episode I probably can get a quarter done. I'm hoping. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it all 1 block off the edge. Because a lot of this stuff around the edges here aren't slabbed 100%. So if I dug it all out, a lot of things like ghasts and that can spawn on these edges, and when I dig it out eventually, that last quarter, I'm going to dig it out, not quarter the whole thing like in the last layer, I'm going to dig it out in quarters again and make sure I slab everything correctly, so then we minimize the risk of ghasts spawning in here and destroying blocks that we don't want to destroy. But anyway guys, I feel like this episode has gone on long enough. I feel like I've talked long enough. I need to go ahead and get some studying now, so I'm going to call this episode That's not even a word. I'm going to call this episode it, guys. So as usual, hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all have an awesome day. And I'll see you all in the next one. Catch you later, guys.